guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today what I'm going to do is share with you guys how I set up my sinking funds. And the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to write it down. So the Budget Mom has these two little spare note paper to take notes, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it on this one. Let's see. Should I write it on this one? Does it feel like, yeah. Well, let me see. I'm going to remove these. That way it's not bumpy. Alright, so this is how I set up my sinking funds. I am a little bit late on it. I usually try to set up my sinking funds like the last week of December. That way when January starts, I can take out less amount per check. But since we're already what, halfway through January, I've already missed 3 or 2 paychecks. So, you know, it would have been less because I would have had more checks. But I'm going to show you how I do it. Now, there's 2 different ways. You could do it by how much, so you could do it the amount that you need to save monthly, but I like to do it the amount that you need to save per paycheck. That way, you know, you know exactly how much you need to take out per that paycheck. So, but it just depends on how you would like it. Okay, so I'm going to go on and I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I do. So I pulled out these little calendars that came with another planner that I bought, a life planner. So I thought this would be perfect, and it's better to have the visuals on there. So I don't know if you guys can see them, but I used green to circle the numbers of paychecks that I used. So for January, we were going to get a total of 5 paychecks because I got paid extra. But yeah, so they're kind of wearing off, but I can kind of see them. They're kind of hard to see on camera, but this is what I'm going to use. So the first thing I like to do is I'm going to write here is count how many checks my husband's going to receive. So I'm going to write here husband's number of checks. Okay, and so to make it easier, my husband gets paid twice a week, on the 1st and the 15th of each month. It doesn't change. So what I would do is I would count the number of checks my husband and I have each year. But since I started late, so I'm going to go ahead and just do it how I normally would if it was the last week of December. So I would count the number of checks he has. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So he has 24 checks this year. Okay, and then my number of checks. Then I do my number of checks. So I get paid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So I get 27 checks this year. Okay. All right. And so the total checks together that we get, let me grab my calculator because I'm bad at math. So 24 plus 27 is 51 checks total of paychecks. Okay, and so that way when you're counting, let's say that you want to save for something and it's going to take all year till the end of the next year, so then you could just easily do the math. But since I started late, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do this. So the number 1 sinking fund that I like to save for is Christmas, just because Christmas to me is the most expensive holiday. Before I even started budgeting, it was credit card, credit card, credit card. I never had money for Christmas, but we all know Christmas is coming at the end of the year and we need to buy gifts. So I think everybody's priority for a sinking fund, the first one should be Christmas. Okay? And I always set a budget. So my budget for Christmas this year, I went a little bit high. Let me zoom you guys in so you guys can kind of... So my budget, I went a little bit high. Both my husband and I, our kids are getting older, so they don't want, you know, they want like the most newest electronics or something. So we bumped it up to $2,500. And I believe last Christmas was just $2,000, but we're going to do $2,500, okay? But I have... Right now, since I started saving for Christmas without doing my setting up my sinking funds, I have a total of, so let me see how much, $448 as of right now, $448. So in reality, I only need to save, for $2,052. That's how much money I actually need. Okay? And then once you set up the budget that you want to save for, then you're going to set up the deadline. And this is the date that you want to have the money by. That way you can start using it. And we set it up as November 19th. Okay? After you have your budget and the deadline that you want to, now you're going to total up the number of paychecks that you have by the deadline. So, November 1st, okay? So now I'm going to count. Today's Sunday, so I'm going to have one paycheck for January. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. I'm going to 39 paychecks. And then what you're going to do is you're going to divide the amount that you need to save. So I need to save $2,052. I'm going to divide that by the number of checks. That gives me a total of 52.61. So I'm just going to round up. So this is going to be the amount I need to save per check. So I'm just going to round up and do $53. So I actually need to do $53 for Christmas fund. Okay? The next of my sinking funds, so it would be different. So if you actually want to budget monthly, then you're going to divide that by how many months you have left. So if I have, let's say I was starting in February and I want to be done in November, that gives me, let's see, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. November, 11 months. Yeah? Minus 2 months, 10 months. Because we're not counting January and we want to save November 1st. So 10 months. Then you would do 2052, divide that by 10 months. So you need to actually save $206 each month. So that's why I like to do it in paychecks. That way you know exactly how much money you need and you'll be saving that amount. Okay, so the next of my sinking funds is back to school. Another one, moms or even students that are going to school, you know, you have that back to school, you know, if you have kids, you know, they're going to need new shoes, clothes, or uniforms. Then there's that school fees. Okay, so our budget for our back to school is going to be $1,200, okay? And we went a little bit high because I have 2 kids in high school. Their school fees are a lot higher. And then my 5th grader, what they did now in our town is they split 6th grade is going into middle school. So his fees are going to be a little bit higher. So we bumped it up to $1,200. But I've already been saving some money since I started. And I believe I have $680. You can kind of see over the plastic. So $680. Okay, so now I'm gonna, so 1,200 minus 680, I actually need $520 to save. Okay, and my deadline for this is I want to have it by August 1st, okay? And now I'm going to count up the total number of paychecks that I have from now till August 1st. So I'm going to count the one in my extra paycheck that I'm going to have in January. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and I'm going to count this one, 26, 27, just because it's on the 1st and my husband gets paid on the 1st. So 27. So I have a total of 27 paychecks. Okay. The next is you're gonna number, so the amount I need to save per check. Okay, so now I'm gonna do 520, divide that by 27 paychecks. That gives me a total amount of 19.25. So I'm just gonna round it up and do $20. $20, okay? The next one, I decided, the next sinking fund, this is a new one for us, and it's our anniversary. I feel like the last couple of years that we've been budgeting and trying to save every penny and everything, you tend to not want to spend everything, you tend not to want to spend a lot, and then you start, I don't know. So I feel like me and my husband, we've been so like hustling, trying to get enough money, save money, that we didn't have enough time for each other. So this year, one of my goals is to actually have date nights, to have at least more date nights that we did the year before. So I'm going to budget for anniversary, and our budget for anniversary, we're going to do $500. We might not spend it all, but I think if there's any money left over, then we can use it for more date nights. Because when you're saving and you're trying to budget, you know, you lose, you don't want to go out because you don't want to, you know, use money, blah, blah, blah. So I think this is why I made it one of our goals, is just to have more date nights. You know, you need that time alone with your significant other, because it gets stressful, even with your kids. My kids are like, oh, can we go to get ice cream? Like, nope, that's not in the budget. So that's why it's important to have at least family fun money. That way, if the kids if you don't even feel like cooking and you want pizza night one day, you have that little family fun that you can use for it. So that's what we did, $500. Our deadline, our anniversary, it's the end of June, but we decided to do June 15th as our deadline. Okay, and then the total number of paychecks that we have till our deadline. So now I'm going to count till June 15th. So let's do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have a total of 18 paychecks. Okay. And then the amount of money I need to save per paycheck is, so I need $500. So 500, divide that by 18 paychecks, that gives me a total of 27.77. So I'm just going to bump it up to 28. You know, and a lot of you guys are probably going to say, why don't you guys just round it up to the nearest? So instead of 28, I should have done 30. You know, sometimes those $2 extra, you may need it somewhere else. So, and I'm that way. I really don't care about ones. I can always go exchange them, so I'm okay. But if you guys are okay to bump it up to 30 to make it even, that's more better, you know. And then the next one, sinking fund that I have is for holidays. And this is gonna count for like Easter, what else? The 4th of July, Halloween, what else? Mother's Day, Father's Day, you know, and even I think I'm gonna count this even for Thanksgiving. You know, you might need to forgot to buy certain stuff for Thanksgiving dinner, you know, so I'm gonna budget for our holidays is $800. I used to do it separately, so if I knew like Mother's Day was coming, I would start saving like 100. Say our budget was 200. But I decided to do it all a whole year, 800. And if I do have some money left over, then I'll start building it up and kind of get an idea of yearly of how much money we would use. So I'm gonna say $800, and our deadline is going to be November 19th, right before Thanksgiving, okay? So now I'm going to count the number of paychecks I have left, okay? So November 19th is our deadline. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So I have a total of, is that right? Let me double check. November 19th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Yeah, 42 paychecks. Okay, and then the amount I need to save per check. All right, so 800, divide that by 42 paychecks is $19.04, so I'm just going to round that up to $20. Is that right? Let's see, $20 times 42. What? $20, divide that by 42. $20 times 42. 19 times 42. Okay. All right, so at the end, you might get a little bit more than what you budgeted for, but that's okay. More is a little bit better. So I hope you understood the way that I was explaining it, but this is the way I set up my sinking funds. And if you have any questions, comment down below. I'll be happy to answer any of them. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have, but as of right now, these are the 4 major sinking funds that I currently have, and that doesn't include my house fund. I'm still going to be putting in the $135 that I put in my house fund, but as of right now, these 4 are the major ones that I need to start saving for. But if you have any questions, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow me in this journey, and I will see you next time. Bye!